Okay, there we go. We are live on Facebook. I'm just going to double check. And put us on gallery view. There we go.
Here we got to give everybody a few minutes to get on too. So
yeah, which will give us chance to share. Yeah. Oh, hi Shaz. If anybody wishes to share, feel free to do so. Yeah, my tech brain is... I always struggle with my tech brain at the beginning of the show. It's kind of like so much energy coming in. Like, what do I do? What are words? What are letters? What do they mean?
I'm trying to get it on my page. I don't see it coming up. Let me, let's see.
I'm sure I can share it. No.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it?
Yep. Here we are. Okay.
Thank you to everybody coming in, everyone who's watching live and watching on the replay. Just give you a few moments to come in. And I might make some notes.
Hi, everyone who's coming in. I can't really see who's in, but I can feel you in my heart. So.
Yeah, we have a few people. Hi, Shaz. Hi, Angel. Hi, Petruska. Hope I've pronounced that right. Gwyneth. Sharon. Oh, you. Okay, so I think while we're gathering, I will do the little heart connect. So I invite us all to close our eyes if we wish to, if we're in a place to do that. And breathing in love. Bringing your awareness to your heart space in the center of your chest. And as you breathe in love, feeling your heart expanding. Feeling that love spreading to every cell of your body. Out into your aura. And sending love to connect all of our hearts together. And I just had a beautiful visual of us all standing in a circle, holding hands. And connecting our hearts to the heart of Gaia. And feeling her love, her gratitude, and her recognition of all of us. And through this heart connection, we can receive the energy of Gaia coming into our hearts, coming up from the ground into our feet, the base of our spine, into our hands, and feeling Gaia's energy moving into every cell of our bodies. As we connect to the New Earth templates and the crystalline grid, and connecting our hearts to the heart of Source Creator, excuse me, to the heart of the Sun, and as we send love from our hearts to every heart on the planet, creating a beautiful web of energy, weaving its way all around the globe. Still breathing in love and breathing out love. And if you wish to place one or both hands on your heart and say to your beautiful heart, I love you. I love you. I love you. And if your eyes are closed, opening them whenever you're ready. Whew. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Maryanne, for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And that is my pleasure. So we're going to talk a little bit, see what wants to be shared, but also, I know I'm feeling the energies are really strong.
Oh, yeah. I would say so. Yeah.
And we were saying before, I'm not sure if that's to do with this call, to do with our call on Friday, or just the general energies. It felt like there was an extra boost because of this call. Like I wasn't struggling to keep my eyes open before I kind of switched on the computer to get ready for this. So it does feel like there's like a big download of energy coming through. And I'm going to tune in as well and see if there's anything else to share about the call on Friday. But I wondered if there was anything you wanted to share about the energies coming through, Maryanne.
Well, I feel like, we go through this wave, and tomorrow there is a Venus conjunction with the sun, and Venus is retrograding right now at 13 degrees Gemini. So it's going to bring up stuff, I think. And then we're heading into this eclipse on Friday, which is the first of 3 for this summer coming in. And I believe what's happening, we're feeling the ramping up of energies. And I really strongly recommend do whatever you feel works for you to nurture and take care of yourselves, because as we head closer to Friday, we're going to feel it even stronger. So as the energies flow in, take care of yourselves. Don't feel badly about if you can't get something done, or you can't meet up with someone, or you just can't, get to your normal activities. It's okay. This is a time to surrender. And as the energies do come in, let it flow in like a river so that we don't go against it and resist it, because I think that's when it starts to feel more troublesome and difficult.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, because sometimes you've just got to lie down, or sometimes you just have to keep moving, and there's no right or wrong with this, and what's right for you one minute might not be right for you the next minute.
Exactly. It changes constantly. So we have to just let that come in, let it, whether it needs to physically move us or stop us from moving. Yeah, whatever you feel works for you. I think that's, nobody can tell us how to take our own journey. It's our journey to take. And we have to be honoring of that, even though people mean well and, you know, oh, you should try this. That's great. Maybe I'll try it. I'll see how I feel. But honestly, listen to your own wisdom. That's very important.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really interesting. Sometimes you do just feel like you have to be really flat to work with the energies. And then other times I do get the guidance. It's like, no, now it's time to move. It's like some integration is just as still as you can be. Another is kind of like getting it moving around your body. So exercise is good for that. And I don't think we've said this yet, but it's always a tune in whether it's to be out in nature as well and connecting with the trees, because you know there's so much shedding with these activations as well, and with these big purges of energy. Yes. And being out in nature is just such an awesome way of shedding and reconnecting to yourself. I think agree as well.
Yeah. Nature is my go-to, whether it's by the water, in the forest, trees, grass, soil, anything where you can get away from the busyness and the distractions and overstimulation, because yes. We're already being overstimulated. Our nervous systems get greatly affected by these downloads of light and energies. And, you know, we have to be someplace at some point where you can decompress and let the energy flow through. And nature is one place for sure that helps us do that.
Yeah, decompress. That's that I got a boom with that word. That felt very very poignant. So so this Friday, Maryanne and I are doing our first co-creation together. It's going to be a Zoom call, and it's going to be recorded on Zoom as well. So if you're not available for the replay, sorry, if you're not available live, then there will be a chance to get the replay as well. Mm. And it's a significant day, as Maryanne mentioned earlier. It's the first of the eclipses, and the eclipse. Is it the eclipse or the full moon is like 45 minutes after we start? I think it's the eclipse. Is it 6:40? Oh, maybe that's your 6:45 p.m.
I'll have to check that out, but it's going to be close in the time. And yeah. Really the day before, the day of, and the day after, it's a 3-day window. So, you know, if you sign up and you decide you can't make the live, but you want to do it the next day, don't worry, you're still going to be in the energy of it. You know, it's and it's in Sagittarius, which is the centaur, and it's fire. So it's a fire eclipse, and you know, it's going to certainly come up, you know, to burn off whatever is holding us back, or, you know, in the way of our manifesting our dreams, or whatever it is you want to co-create, create. It's giving us the opportunity. As eclipses come in, it's an opportunity. Basically, what an eclipse can do is it sheds light on the darkness that is hiding within. And it gives us an opportunity to step into that and see, oh, okay, what haven't I been paying attention to? I'm here now, and I want to know what's happening here. And so it sheds light on things that are hidden within us.
Yeah.
And a good sign for that would certainly be Sagittarius. Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I'm sure most people watching are familiar with shadow work and the idea of shadow work. And it is about, as you say, it's about shining light on it so that we can embrace our shadow and not still. A lot of the time we try and push our shadow aspects down.
That doesn't work.
No, it just comes up and slaps you in the face. Yeah. So it's always a good idea to try and work with it, and try and, you know, if something's coming up, if you're being triggered, whatever the scenario is that's going on in your world, why is this going on for me? You know, what can I learn from this? And it is all about loving our shadow and integrating and accepting our shadow, because we can't be whole without our shadow. It's part of us. And a lot of what we're doing at the moment is becoming whole. When we're moving into our mastery, we have to accept all of ourselves.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
You can't just have the fluffy, wonderful, joyful stuff, even though that's wonderful. You wouldn't know it without the shadow, without the trauma, without the fear, without whatever comes up. We have to embrace everything is right, and sometimes that's not so easy to do, and sometimes we need a little extra help, and it's good to reach out when need be. Yeah, this happens to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, and it's also, I think, it's the first Sun Mars square on the same day. So the sun is squaring Mars with this eclipse in Sagittarius. That's a lot of fire. You got warrior and centaur, you know, that's really going to be something else. Yeah, it's all about the hero and you know, trying not to get caught up in the victim energy. And the thing is, there's also Pisces in Neptune, and trying to remember what other sign it's in. There's something going on with Pisces as well, and that has a lot to do with victim. So there's this little bit of a confrontation thing going on there. I'd have to look it up. I actually, as a matter of fact, I'm not an astrologer, by the way, but I do dabble in it. I do have 2 posts that I put on my Facebook page from 2 different astrologers that go into more depth about all of this. I don't want to waste the time here going into that. But if anyone is interested, I'll repost them, and then you can read it, because they're very interesting, what's coming up, and it's good information to help us, you know, support us during this time. So I'll put that on later.
And losing the victim aspect of ourselves, like moving away from feeling like we're a victim, is just so key in our spiritual growth. So it feels like we're just being given a golden opportunity here, if there's any remnants of that, because it's probably work that a lot of us have been doing already. But, you know, there can still be little bits tucked away here and there as well. So, you know, we can embrace that as an opportunity to move forward with that.
Yes. Because the other side of the victim there, try to have compassion for yourself. This is not an easy journey down here. You know, it doesn't mean we can't have joyful times and experience wonderful things here on Mother Earth, but it comes with its challenges. And when the challenges rise up, yeah, like you said, we could either push our shadow down and keep running from it, and then wind up turning the corner and hitting smack right into it and saying, I'm still here, not going anywhere because I'm part of you. You can just go to the part of yourself that may be avoiding, or maybe you are frightened, maybe you're confused, and look at that part of yourself. See it as an innocent child and say, you know, I'm so sorry I've been avoiding you, and I'm not going to run away from you anymore. I'm right here. I'm here to take care of you. I'm here to hear what you have to say. What is it that you want me to know? And really give love and compassion to that part of you, because we're doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
We are human. We chose a human earthly life as a soul. And with that comes, you know, its challenges. It has its moments, and we can't beat ourselves up about it. We have to, at some point, turn within and say, I'm sorry for abandoning you. I'm sorry for not acknowledging you. I'm sorry for not seeing how beautiful and precious you really are. And I do that. I have a little exercise I do where I see the little Maryanne in a little baby Earth. And I see them, you know, she's holding little baby Earth. Oh God, I'm going to start crying when I think about it because it's so sweet. And she's just loving little baby Earth, and they go off and play and you know, and give each other that love and appreciation and yeah, and honoring.
Yeah, I really love what you say there. Aside from that beautiful image of the little Earth and the little being, but yeah, to be more compassionate with ourselves and more loving. And often that is what our shadow is showing us. It's an aspect of ourselves that is just looking for our love more than anything else. And the way that you speak to yourself in that as well, I love the way that you just gave that example as well. And I think a lot of us, unless we've worked on this, are too hard on ourselves. And we tend to be much more gentle with everyone else. Yeah. And if we gave ourselves as much kind of as much compassion and just that lovingness as we did to everyone else, you know. I remember a long time ago in an angel reading, beautiful lady called Kay, who also used to bring the fairies in as well, and she said, the fairies say you're really mean to yourself. And I'm like, what? I didn't think I was hard enough. So that was a real wake up for me. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think a lot of us, you know, we crack the whip. We're like, come on, and not gentle enough on ourselves.
I think that's the programming. I'm not trying to put blame here because there's no blame, but I think it's just the programming and the old patterns of distortions that we learned, because we're not born with this. This is learned behavior. Just like I'm looking at the situation here, especially in New York City right now, with the events. Besides the COVID, we have a lot of protesting going on. And I want to remind everybody, you know, when we give ourselves a little love and compassion, save a little bit and give it out as well, because we're all doing the best we can, and we're not alone in this on this journey. And there's a lot of pain. You know, this eclipse coming up is good, because all of the three coming up, we have two more following, is an opportunity to direct that love, that light, that compassion into these areas where there's protesting and racial tension and health issues, virus, whatever it is, to hold that. And yes, a lot of people are talking about, well, we can't just send love, light, and prayers. We have to take action. I agree with that. But taking action has to come from a place of compassion.
Yeah.
In the way that you take the action. By all means, take the action, but do it from a place. If you have anger there, it's okay. Then go to that anger and place that compassion and love into the anger, so it could help the anger move forward in a way that's not harmful to you or anyone else or to the earth. Because that conjunction, that Mars, you know, the Sagittarius eclipse, all of this fire this is why this is bubbling up. It has to come up. It has to rise up, be expressed, be felt, be seen, you know, in the witnessing, and say, okay, I see you, I feel you, I'm here with you. Because we can't walk around pretending it's not there. Or, yes, it's all love and light. Well, we all want it to be love and light, but it's not always love and light. It's showing us that it's not love and light. So we can make it love and light by surrendering, accepting, honoring, seeing each other, holding a space when your friend or your sister or your mom or your neighbor is going through a hard time. We don't have to fix each other. We don't have to do anything but just be a witness and hold that space, create and hold a space for whoever's going through a struggle. And that includes yourself. Create and hold a space for you. Create and hold a space for someone in your life that's struggling right now.
That's beautiful. Thank you. And I got a little ping with you saying not alone as well. And in that, yeah, we're all going through this at the moment. Like, we're not doing this on our own in terms of it's a collective thing, but also we're not alone. We have our helpers as well, our teams that are really, really helping us. We have the Galactics, especially at the moment. Like, I'm feeling them more and more. Pleiadians, especially at the moment, and we both felt that the Pleiadian energies were very present with us already in preparation for the call on Friday.
Yes.
And of course, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Lyrans, I feel them very strongly, but there's something specific for me at the moment with the Pleiadians.
Me too.
I
got a lot of Lemurians coming in also.
Yeah.
Very strongly.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. And the crystalline energies too. And, the crystalline frequencies, it's in this purification process that we're going through at the moment, the crystalline frequencies feel really key to that. It's like our next level of consciousness, the crystalline frequencies. And we're building crystalline cities, we're building crystalline hearts, we're building crystalline higher hearts as well. Like, the crystalline frequencies are really upgrading our bodies at the moment. And even if you don't physically have the crystals with you, you can tap into the crystalline matrix. Absolutely. You can tap into the crystalline frequencies coming down as well.
It's earth, it's in us, it's heaven, or we should say cosmic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And not to be afraid to call on that help. Like, we don't have to do this on our own.
We're not supposed to. We were sent. We chose to come here. We volunteered to be here for this experience. And those up on high, some have been here, some have never been here. They keep applauding us and saying, "You're doing great, and we're right here. We've not left you." It feels that way because the human mind can't comprehend. Well, I don't see you, so where the heck are you? For the clairvoyance, I guess you guys are the lucky ones. But but yeah, if you could go inside, they are here. They're definitely, they've never left us. We just can't fathom, like, well, I don't see you or feel you still. Like, I'm looking at Denise right now. Well, I could see Denise, where the heck are you? But no, but they are here. They're laughing. I'm hearing them right now. They're laughing because they get a sense of humor out of me. They tell me all the time, "You're just so funny," and we just love it.
Even when I go out in nature, the trees are kind of really holding you as well. The trees, like, they know what we're all going through. It's like the trees are giving us a hug, even if we're not giving them a hug. They are giving us a hug as we're walking through them. The birds, it feels, birds are not moving away as soon as they used to from me. I'm feeling, and I know this isn't just me. And it's like they're really supporting us as well, because they're feeling this shift. And all the animals and everything are going through their own stuff. But I think on a higher level, there's more of an awareness of what's going on there as well. So I feel their support. I feel the beings of inner earth, particularly as well at the moment, that they're a little bit more vocal, a little bit more there for us too. So it's kind of like whatever floats your boat is there at the moment. Just call out to them and they will be right there with you. And as the veils are thinner, we're going to be hearing, all our clairs, our clairaudience, our clairvoyance, sentience, claircognizance, it's all getting stronger. So
our senses are sharpening for sure. They're heightening and sharpening. You can feel it.
Yeah. So some of the guidance that I was given in preparation for this call is as to some of the things that I'm going to do on Friday, and I feel like this is excuse me, I feel like this is probably not just it. I feel that there's going to be more that comes through, and I might be aware of that before the call, or it
Mhm.
might just come through on the call as well.
Okay.
When we do this kind of work, you've got a rough idea of what's going to happen, but actually on the day, because it's still 4 days off as well, and a
Yeah.
lot can happen with the energies in those 4 days. But the guidance that I received, and I was feeling the Hathors, and the Hathors I haven't really connected with too strongly. The Hathors and the Pleiadians, it's kind of quite new to me, the Hathor energy.
Okay.
Um, so I'm not sure which of those two, or if it's both, are more at the forefront with this. But I was given that there's a crystalline activation of the cerebral cortex, the cerebellum at the back,
Okay.
the higher heart, the earth star chakra beneath our feet. And I feel that that's really strengthening our connection to earth as well. It's
Yeah.
like putting us more in alignment with earth and her energies, and also the soul star as well. Um, and like an opening and a strengthening of our toroidal field. And the toroidal field goes in through our crown, but it's coming in through all of our chakras as well. Like we're receiving our information and the energy, the universal energies, all throughout our body. And it feels like you have that tube down the middle, as it were, and it just feels like that's expanding. That's like the aperture of that is getting bigger, so
Yeah.
we can embody more of the cosmic energies, which in turn is strengthening our toroidal field as well. And of course that goes down to the earth, and it comes back from the earth and into us as well. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, that was what I
Like
was.
out and going in both directions. So
Yeah,
that's how it feels like. Yes. And
yeah,
I feel like it's cleansing and releasing out so much of the toxicity, and then the restoration comes in, and it's a nice feeling. It could make you tired.
yeah.
You need a lot of rest, a lot of water with lemon. Really take care of yourselves, because it's going to keep coming in. This is a year of I know it. The post that I'm going to put up by one of the astrologers, she goes into a little bit more of a description of what this is and what we're going to come into for 2021, which I think is fascinating. So I like what you're talking about with the toroidal field. I think if, maybe, who knows, if we're feeling guided on Friday, we can do some sort of a guided meditation with that so people can have a visual. And I know there are images. I'll post them later so you could see what it actually looks like, but it's also nice to feel it when you're in the middle of a meditation. So who knows, maybe you can guide us on Friday.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful. Yeah. Would you like to share about anything about the gift you were given from
Oh,
these that you want to share?
the Pleiadians. The funny thing about this is I was taking a salt bath when it happened. Of course, they always find me in these intimate places. It's amazing. There must be something in me. I don't know why, but I was taking a salt bath. It was a little more than maybe about 10 days ago. And I was in the middle of all of a sudden feeling this cathartic energy come up in me. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. And I started to release this terror, this like grief that was coming out of me. And I just said, okay, I'm not going to hold this in. And I started to let the tears and the sobbing was like, I mean, it was making my water shake. It was like, oh my God, here we go. And as I was sobbing, I not only got a download, but it tapped into something in my DNA, and I heard this mantra. And then as I started to speak the mantra, I used my hands started coming in. And I was speaking the mantra, and it was a body prayer mantra from the Pleiades. And they basically said that it has to do with a wave of love from the heart that goes through all the chakras, through the toroidal field, into the meridians. It helps with releasing grief, but it also restores us. It balances, it harmonizes. So whatever is in there, for me, it happened to be grief at that moment. I was told, though, it's not only for grief, but it is big with grief because so much grief is surfacing in, universally right now, the planets, everything. So it came in a way to help us to heal, to restore, to come back to that sense of wholeness, and that it can be stimulated with this movement and sound. So it is a body prayer mantra from the beautiful Pleiadians, and I will be sharing it on Friday. And we're going to get to do it. We're going to get to experience it. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm. Yeah, me too. And it feels like the call on Fridays is kind of preparation for the whole eclipse season as well. It's kind of getting us ready and
yes,
and yeah, so we can build from this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can just quickly tell you, I'll just mention what eclipses are coming up. I'm not going to get into details about it, but this is the first eclipse coming up this Friday. Is a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at 1:45 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 6:45 British summertime. And then Saturday, June 20th, is the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. The day following is that next eclipse in Cancer at 0 degrees. That's a pivot. That's going to be major. That solstice eclipse are right on top of each other. That's going to be very powerful, and it's in the beautiful sign of Cancer. So it's about emotions, the mother, nurturing, family, and that could be the family within yourself, your male, female child. The next eclipse following that will be a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn on July the 4th. Well, it depends on where you are. For us here in the United States on the East Coast, it's 11:07 p.m. So it could technically go into the 5th on Monday, depending on where you are. So these are three major eclipses. Well, this eclipse coming up Friday is what's called a penumbral, I think it's pronounced. It's more of a partial. It's not like the other two are more full. However, we're still going to feel it, especially if you're sensitive. We're definitely going to feel it. So it's powerful time, and we're heading towards the Lion's Gate too, right after that, which is connecting to Sirius and the Royal Lions of Sirius. That's a whole other thing we'll have to talk about. But just to show you where we're headed, it's exciting. We're definitely in exciting times.
And just to go back to what you said earlier as well, it's about embracing all this and not resisting it as well. It makes it so much easier. And we've been through so much. I can feel the temptation in all of us to be like, no more. But once we do embrace it, it does just make it so much more flowing. And and I feel your mantra will have a lot to do with that as well.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I feel a lot of us, there is body movement that we're being encouraged to do these days to help with the flow. And I definitely feel the galactic involvement with that, and Lemurian as well. I think you're right about the Lemurian energies. I feel that really strongly.
Yes, and I would recommend, in case for some people that can't make the call for the Friday gathering, just think of your spine as a wave, or even serpent energy. Think of, if you ripple and undulate the spine, even whether you're seated, undulating front to back and then even side to side. So you're in this horizontal, vertical horizontal, and just breathing with that, seated or lying down or standing. It does help when the energies come in. I have found, even if it's not 100% the answer, it brings the energy through better.
Yeah.
So that you're not feeling, because we can get very constricted. And if we don't remember to breathe and just, again, ripple, undulate, think of waves, think of ripples, think of that serpent, oceanic. The breath is air, but it's also the ocean. If you take anything away today, if just taking this piece of move your body, think of what Denise said about the toroidal field, that we're in this beautiful, it's almost like a fountain coming from both directions of energy. See that as beautiful water, and you're cleansing and bathing in it, and your own breath comes in with the movement, with the rhythm, because the rhythm and the pulse rhythms of the earth are shifting, and so are we. We're made up of how much percentage of water? Is it 80% of water?
Yeah, 78, near enough.
Yeah, and so, think of that when the tension is being felt in your spine and your body. Just take a moment, inhale, exhale, breathe, and undulate. It'll help open things up. It'll help you receive the higher frequencies with more ease.
I love that reminder, and the image I got when you said that, it's like if you feel the energy as being water, and water gets into all the nooks and crannies as well, but moving our body, it seems to help it to get into those spaces that are a little bit more tucked away as well. So yeah, moving like that. And that reminder is awesome, because often when I think of the spine, I think of you want to sit with your spine straight. That's kind of what we're told.
Very linear.
Yeah, keep it straight. And the images of the spine in the books, obviously it's a still image, so the spine is like, but yeah, it's a really good reminder.
Be like a wave. See yourself as the wave of the ocean. As you inhale, it's the tide pulling in, and then all of a sudden it comes out. So see yourself as a body of water. Feel the sand, see the little crab run by. Make fun of it, have fun with this. Doesn't have to be so serious, like say, oh, we have to stand with our spine straight. Oh God, no, thank you. That's just, I've been there, done that 100 times over. How about I could start that way, but then let the flow, let the ripple come in and flow and move and pulse, and then you can come back to center in stillness. I recommend, if you start seated or standing, then in the end, if you feel called, lie down and just let your body be held by the earth. Try that. We'll give more juicy information on Friday, or try to give you something for now anyway, so you can have something to work with.
And both of us are sound healers as well. Both of us, aside from light language, use our voice. So I feel there's going to be lots and lots of sound in this on Friday as well, which puts me in heaven.
Yes.
And we are asking, there is a £22 energetic exchange for this. However, if that's not possible for you at the moment, please get in touch with either Maryanne or myself. We don't want to turn anyone away who is feeling this pull in their heart to be with us on Friday. So yeah, just let us know, and we'll sort something out. £22 in US dollar is $27. So again, yeah, like Denise said, if perhaps you don't have the funds, or just don't feel that you can't join us, we'll do our best to make it available. And the event, the PayPal, so it's my PayPal that we're using for this. and that is in the event page, which is on both of our pages, and we'll be posting that, I would think, a few times between now and Friday, and just make sure that you let me know that that's what this is for, and then you will receive the Zoom link as well. So
yeah, and please feel free to share with your lists or whoever, friends, family, about the event, and we're grateful if you can do that. We're looking forward to sharing this time with you. I'm very excited about it.
Me too. And I'm feeling that there are some codes that wish to come through. Yamma era kipron kututot la pakada dera. Yamne kiela hena koya. Anaiana. Koya inei. Kunaya hiahu. Olaya no kui, tuelahi, yanai alayu, oialayu, ianai, kulayahu. Reliquia mera, anamekid last ut illero kumpera, est ut alle iro und ai ipa an tupu amma, killest la totui, olero namakata totuis. Pian ere initara mpal era titilara putui, elero untui abralana kieparatata ast, elle para kundore tatatata.
Wow, that was sensational. I felt that. I almost feel like I don't want to, well, I could add something, but it almost felt so beautiful just as it is. But I'll just add a little piece to that. Maru kasuria shamotaika. Irakuturi semogasui shemolaikata. Irakuruti amoderi purutu irakuri amoira lo yakwai saroka moshalai taroka sure. Yakura mikari para ishala yakosoma isara yashatai. Urusam ut al aquaiza ishala iva satuije. Yarakosan anse shasia laitai I. Bekusen us ish al I. Huria laya satu. Amuaya Muakwaisai ish esi si Aquatia naze Amoyitala voikata nishal atwa.
Wow. When you said, I got a little glimpse of it, and I was like, Mama, this is going to be big. It's like, boom. That was beautiful. Thank you. I really felt the Venusian energy really strong.
Very divine mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yin, very soft, beautiful.
It's always so hard to come back from. I just want to sit with my eyes closed. Thank you. Just check out a quick check in the messages. Okay. So yeah, it'll be around about an hour and a quarter, an hour and a half-ish, and we do want to have time for a little bit of time at the end, like 10-ish, 10 minutes-ish for questions and stuff as well. And if there's anything anyone wants to share. But we're not too rigid about the time either. It'll be as long as it takes. But that's what little Denise and Maryanne are saying. But we'll see what happens on Friday. So thank you, Maryanne. That's been
my pleasure. Thank you everyone for watching, and deeply grateful.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to all those who will watch on the replay. It will be no less powerful on the replay, no matter how many times you watch it. And thank you to everyone on YouTube as well. With love in our hearts, we will hopefully see you all on Friday. Mwah.
Much love to you.
Love and blessings. From our heart to yours, I will stop the live stream now. Thank you, everyone.